Hey, good morning everyone and welcome to ShortSalePowerHour.com. My name's Fred Weaver, my partner Kevin Kaufman. I got rid of him. I got these good looking guests with me this week. This is awesome.
This is a great week.
Hey, I'm joined by my friend Knolly Williams here from right here from Austin, Texas, and we just wrapped up Mega Agent Camp here in Austin. And,
oh man, we had a great time, didn't we?
Oh, wasn't it a good time, buddy?
It was a good time.
Yeah, and you know what?
Very inspired.
You know what, Knolly? I'm still full from dinner last night.
Oh, are you really?
Oh yeah, yeah. I went over to Knolly's house for dinner.
Ate 3 plates.
Yeah,
and he had dessert.
2 plates and then like a couple slices of cake. I mean, it was good though. Your wife is an amazing cook, by the way.
Thank you. I cooked some of it.
Yeah, you married up. That's all I'm saying,
right.
man. So hey, my friend Knolly here. Tell our viewers who aren't familiar with you a little bit around your background in real estate and specifically short sales, and then also a little bit about what you do to educate other agents about short sales.
Sure, absolutely. I'm Knolly Williams, spelled with a K, and I've been doing short sales for 7 years. I've closed over 500 short sales, and I've calculated that I've spent 20,000 hours of my own time working, processing, and working short sales. So I've just been doing them for a long time, which has been very refreshing, particularly when I talk to other agents from the educational standpoint, and they start telling me challenges that they're facing that I can just immediately trigger back to something.
You can go, yeah, I've had that experience. This is one of the ways.
Yeah, just so many experiences that I've had. It's been a blessing. I now run a what we call 7th level. It's those of you that are familiar with Millionaire Real Estate Agent like Gary Keller, he goes through the different levels of your real estate career, and it's from level 1 through level 7. Level 1 meaning that you do everything in your business, you are the only person in your business, and level 7 meaning that others do everything in your business, and you're outside your business, kind of looking in and making changes and corrections to improve your business. So thankfully, thank the Lord, I was able to go to level 7 February, actually right after when we left. Family reunion.
We were talking to each other last.
And
so when you say you run a 7th level business, could I say that you have a manager that runs that business, that you really don't get involved anymore actively in that? You've got systems and processes in place?
It would, yes, that would be accurate. It would be like saying that I'm now a business owner. I own the business. I have an operations manager. That's his title.
Yeah.
And he runs the day-to-day operation. And by the way, this is something that's to me, it's very much easier to do this with a short sale business versus a traditional retail business.
Sure.
That's been, well, here my model is I have let me share the other side of it, because you and I have both done a lot of retail stuff too. I mean, I've done a lot of expireds. People see me as doing a lot of short sales, but I've done retail. I mean, we do whatever, we do it.
You
we
do real estate.
Do it all. Yeah. But I do have a retail division of my company as well. But the short sales by far are 90%. So essentially, my team consists of one individual who is my short sale, my operations manager. Also could be called a short sale listing manager. So he goes out and does all the listings. And then I have 3 processors that process those short sales with the banks.
Okay.
So I've got one individual that runs the whole thing, and then he's got 3 processors under him. Now, what that would morph to if we ever grew from where we are now, because my guy could take about 16 to 20 listings a month. Okay, and do the front end and set up the files and do all that without going crazy. Anything after that, now he doesn't do any of the bank negotiation. We have processors that do that. But anything beyond that, we would have to hire a sort of like a listing specialist that goes out and does the front end.
And he'd manage the rest. Okay, so you got another level if this business grows. I got it.
Just one more level.
Okay.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is I can do with about 4 people what I traditionally would have to do with a retail business with about maybe 9.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So I know that you do a lot of coaching with other agents.
Absolutely.
And I'm going to mention right now that Knolly has a system, and we'll put a link down here under the video so you can kind of check that out, link to his website. But you've got a whole short sale system, and I want to mention that I truly believe that you have the best written material out there.
Thank you.
I think that we say a lot of the same things, probably the majority of the same things, but I have yet to see anybody else in this business, and there's a lot of other training companies out there, but I don't think anybody's put it in a book form and writing better than you have. And your book's called 7 Steps to Short Sale Success.
Yeah, 7 days to success.
7 days. I'm sorry.
Yeah, and it really is 7 steps.
Yeah, but that's what it is. It's just
really
each day is basically a phase of the short sale process. But I mean, we're talking 200-300 page book where you lay it out, you give examples.
What? Are you talking about a different program?
No.
Mine's 380 pages.
Is it that many? See, what? I don't know how many pages. Come on.
I know.
I know it's a lot.
I think you're talking about the one that has like 180 pages. That's a different one.
Wow, listen to that.
Look at you.
I actually devoured your book on an airplane one time.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I gotta admit, I skipped some stuff. I'm just admitting, you know, in front of our viewers, because I agreed with it.
Well,
As I was reading through it, I went, yep, I agree with that. Awesome presentation. Yep.
We're both passionate about training agents.
Absolutely.
You know, you have a great system. I think what people come to understand with you guys and myself is we're kind of the yin and the yang of this business.
Oh yeah.
Because you guys are on the wild side.
Yeah, we're a little wild. Yeah, we're a little more wild.
I'm a little bit more conservative, suave, you know, that kind of thing.
Oh no, I get it. Yeah.
You guys are.
We have a wild market.
Well,
and that's another indication of what we deal with. You know?
That's exactly right. That's exactly right. And the reality is what people have come to understand with our different styles, because we love each other, we're like brothers, right?
Oh, yeah.
But with our different styles, we accomplish the same objective. We do about the same number of deals, helping homeowners and getting their short sale approved.
Yep. Okay, so for an agent out there, I'm not going to talk to the beginner agent. We talk to them a lot in these episodes, but let's talk to the middle.
And if you're a beginner agent, please continue to listen because we have something for you too.
Well, of course, of course. But at the same time, there's that agent out there that's got maybe 15 or 20 short sale listings. They're closing a few, but they're struggling to get the majority of them closed. Right. You know, so they've already figured out how to take the listings. That's what I mean by beginner. They've gotten that down. Right. What encouragement or what can you share with them? You know, in your conversations with those kind of people in your training.
Well,
what do you
absolutely?
What insight do you get?
I think that's a great question. And here's the thing, and this is where experience will help you over as the years roll by. You know, I was doing short sales 7 years ago. I talked to people that, oh, you did my short sale back in 2004 or 2005, and they're repeat clients now. Yep. Not for the short sale.
I got it. They're coming back and they're buying now. Yeah.
But one thing that I've seen is that this business is very cyclical, and very much so with anything in real estate. Gary talks about it all the time, and I have a smile on my face now that I've been in it 7 years. When I was in the business about 2 or 3 years, I didn't understand it. But like, for example, the market we're going through right now, where the banks are just being, what's the word for it?
Oh, you want me to use the word?
Could you shut the camera off?
Stubborn. Can I use that word?
Yeah, the banks are being real stubborn.
I've got other adjectives,
I like that.
They're not all appropriate.
They're being real
I often
stubborn.
can get in trouble.
Yeah, they're being stubborn. And so I'm able to say, you know what, this is how the banks were back in 05.
Yeah.
But in 06, they got nice again.
Yeah.
In 07, they were sort of nice, but toward the end of 07, they were getting mean again. In 08, they were nice, actually. And in 09, they were nice and starting to get mean, and now they're just mean. They're just evil. Okay. So it's cyclical. The banks kind of go through what they go through, but they do need us.
Yeah.
They do need us.
Well, they wouldn't approve short sales if they didn't, you know, and
Absolutely.
That's the common misconception. There's a lot of people there that say they don't really want to do short sales. They make more from foreclosing. I don't buy into any of that.
I don't either.
I mean, I really don't. I believe that at the end of the day, short sales save money over foreclosure 99.9% of the time for banks, and they've got the numbers to prove it, or they would shut down loss mitigation apartments and just foreclose on all of them.
Right. So what I say is don't lose hope, don't lose heart. Continue to do what you're doing and continue to press on, and also continue to unabashedly let these mitigators know that you are different. Okay, we were just in a panel where we heard that Gary himself said that 90% of the agents are a certain way, and only 10% of us are different.
He said a good percentage of agents actually can cause the problem. I mean, and we're not picking on agents, but that's the nature of it.
But when I'm on the phone with a loss mitigator, my conversation is, you know what, Cindy? The first thing I want to tell you about myself is that I've closed X number of short sales. Okay, I know what I'm doing, and I'm going to make your life much easier. Now, I understand maybe 9 out of the 10 agents that you've worked with are new, and you've got to tell them how to put the package together or how to do things. You're not going to have that problem with me, and here's why. And then I explain to them, and I set the relationship off on the right tone from the very beginning.
That's good.
considering that you can get a live person on the phone.
Yeah. Well, you're setting yourself apart. That's what
absolutely.
You have to you know, I mean, this is high level conversation. I'm gonna go through it fast because we're probably getting long here on time. But asking questions like, hey, who's the investor? Is there mortgage insurance on this account? Hey, do you guys have delegated authority? So not only telling them about your experience, but asking them questions, they start to realize, oh, this guy really knows what he's doing. He's legitimate. He's not asking these questions to annoy me, but he just wants to know how we can work better together. If he knows I have delegated authority, he's probably not going to call me, you know, in 2 weeks. He knows I'm going to have a decision sooner. Versus if I have to send this file to Fannie Mae, this guy's smart enough to know not to call me tomorrow because I'm not going to have a decision. You can work better.
And you actually would tell the person that, oh, well, you're dealing with Fannie Mae. I understand this is how they operate. I've done so many deals with them. In fact, I'll tell, like Wells Fargo on the phone, say, you know what, last year I closed 22 Wells Fargo deals. You know, I believe I saved you guys 1.3 million, you know, whatever it is.
Sure.
And I'm bragging, but I'm basically telling them what they want to hear.
You're setting yourself apart and they want to work with you more. That's what I love about that.
One other thing I want to mention real quick is that you and I run into people every day that have been doing short sales for a year, 2, 3 years, 4 years, and they're still learning stuff from us.
Yep.
Many people are out there, especially if you have a gap in between the deals that you're doing. Maybe you do 15 deals a year, 20 deals a year, but we're doing that many every month. You know, we have a lot more experience. Many of you are learning short sales from loss mitigators, okay, or different things on the internet. You don't want to learn the short sale business from the loss mitigators.
Learn them from people that are doing it. Other agents that are negotiating have been in the trenches and to a degree still currently are in the trenches. Yeah, that's the biggest thing.
And in fact, you say to a degree, and you look at me.
Yeah.
Right? You know,
well, because you stay in touch. But here's the you run a 7th level business, so you're not in it all day, but at the same time you're in it enough to know what's going on and you're in touch with it.
I look at my inventory once a week, but here's no, but the reality
you get on the phone once in a while.
I do. And every now and then I will have to get on the phone with mitigators, and I'll have to ungunk and unstick. But I've got some really good people.
Cool. Hey, dude, I think this video may not fit on YouTube if I don't wrap it up quick enough. So anyway, here we go. Ready to wrap it up with me?
Yeah.
Do you want to do your short sale wrap to close things out?
I don't have it completed yet.
Oh, okay.
I have the shift wrap.
Okay, all right. Well, maybe we'll do a link to the shift wrap. Is that on YouTube? We can find that?
It's on YouTube.
All right, Dustin and Drew, you better go find that. Knolly Williams doing the shift wrap. All right, here we go on 3. 1, 2, 3. Short sale power hour. Short sale power hour. Crush it like Knolly Williams.
Crush it, baby.